Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 14th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. We start with Hollie for a check of today's forecast because, boy, Hollie, heat is on the way.
You are not kidding, Danielle, and that's exactly what we're starting with. And we're looking at top heat index values over the next 5 days. And tomorrow and Thursday most certainly stick out. It's going to feel like it's 100 to 111 the next couple of days. When you factor in that actual air temperature with the humidity, then we start to see some relief. We're also going to have the potential of some record high highs or maybe even new records as we look ahead to our midweek forecast. And we talked about the relief. We definitely see that heading into Father's Day weekend after the hot weather that's in place as we're now moving through the rest of today. After all that wet weather this morning, I'm sure you are noticing that humidity. It is stuffy. So we're going to continue to improve in the sunshine factor today. Then we'll look for those 90s as we head through the middle of the week. Again, those heat index values and a heat advisory has been issued for tomorrow. So that kicks in tomorrow morning and continues through the day. We'll end up with more hot weather on Thursday. Then we're going to cool it off. And Father's Day weekend really looks amazing for Dad. Plenty of sunshine, even pleasant, Danielle, with temperatures 70s to near 80. We'll be in the 80s Monday of next week.
All righty. Thank you so much, Hollie. And remember to stay weather ready with the WKYC app. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen for a link to download our app. You can get weather alerts and see our radar as well. So the best thing that you can do is if you lose power, you can still use the app with your cellular data plan. Now to the latest on Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. The attorney for the women accusing him of sexual assault, Tony Busby, says he's getting ready to file 2 more civil lawsuits. This will bring the total number of suits to 26, though Watson has maintained his innocence. We don't know much about the suits yet, but we do know the NFL has concluded its interviews on the matter with Watson. We also know Busby plans on adding the Houston Texans, Watson's former team, as a defendant in these cases. The Browns are waiting anxiously for a decision from the NFL on a Watson suspension as minicamp officially starts today. Watson will be there, but his future for the team and this season remains unknown. And some developing news now. The State Department of Health has confirmed the first suspected case of monkeypox in Ohio, as more and more cases of this rare virus have been reported across the globe in recent weeks. Yesterday, the Ohio Department of Health announcing the first suspected case of monkeypox in our state. We only know the case is from a man who lives in Ohio and is currently in isolation. Health officials are emphasizing that monkeypox does not spread easily between people like COVID-19. Monkeypox is rare, but it's a potentially serious viral illness usually found in West and Central Africa. Common symptoms include fever, aches, and rashes all over the body. It's rarely lethal, but global health experts are concerned about the never-before-seen amount of person-to-person spread.
Monkeypox spreads between people primarily through direct contact with infectious sores, scabs, or body fluids.
We also spoke to a pediatric infectious disease expert at UH who says there is no need to panic. The U.S. has the readily available smallpox vaccine, which is protective against monkeypox. And while there is plenty of smallpox vaccine, the U.S. government is boosting its supply of monkeypox, that vaccine, just in case. It currently has 72,000 doses and is now buying 300,000 more. And staying with health news, U.S. News and World Report has recognized UH Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital as a best children's hospital for 2022 to 2023. UH Rainbows is among the highest ranked in the country, placing in the top 50 children's hospitals in 9 specialties, 5 of which rank in the top 25. And here are 3 other headlines to know right now. Monday, Governor Mike DeWine signed a bill into law that makes it easier for Ohio teachers to legally carry guns in schools. The measure drastically reduces the amount of training teachers and other staff are required to undergo before they can keep a firearm on school grounds.
This training will be carried out regionally by the new Safety and Crisis Division training officers we're now able to employ because of House Bill 99. This bill leaves it up to the Ohio School Safety Center to develop the training curriculum and determine how many of those 24 hours to require.
And instead of 700 hours of training, teachers will be able to finish in 24 hours. The new law calls for 8 hours of pre-qualification training every year, as well as training on stopping an active shooter, de-escalation techniques, and first aid care. And we now know the names of the 3 people killed in a Garfield Heights house explosion over the weekend. 64-year-old Donald Malinowski, his brother-in-law, 57-year-old Gerald Bateman, and their 37-year-old niece, Cassandra Bateman, died. The state fire marshal's office and Dominion Energy say all gas lines leading into the home functioned properly and gas usage at the home appeared normal. Criminal activity has also been ruled out. And yesterday, the 3 suspects in the beating death of Akron teen Ethan Liming were in court. The attorney for Deshaun Stafford Jr. said his client had a different explanation of what happened the night of Liming's death, saying the suspects were defending themselves after they were shot at with what appeared to be a real gun that turned out to be fake. Tyler Stafford's aunt hopes the judge considers that.
Other 3 need to be brought up here just like the rest of them and take just as much accountability as them.
The suspect's attorney believes the gel-like ammunition inside the fake gun was frozen to make them hard like a BB, this potentially resulting in his client being injured. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go, starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.